Hey guys, it's a Marlin. Today's reading will be on the topic of what is currently shifting in your life, because I feel like lately a lot of changes are happening, at least in my life, but it doesn't matter when you're really watching this reading because energy is fluid anyway. So see if you're drawn to any of these piles. We have pile number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Of course, this is a general reading, so it cannot resonate with everybody. I hope you know that. And if it doesn't, then just leave the information. I have here only one card for each group, but I will be pulling clarifiers and also advice on how to navigate the shift. So if you have chosen your group, I will start now with the first card. So group number 1, let's see what is currently shifting in your life, in your reality. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. I will first pull the clarifying cards, then I will talk a little bit more about it. Let's see, can we get clarifying cards for this Ace of Swords in reverse? What is this Ace of Swords in reverse about when it comes to what is shifting? Okay. Let's see. We have Ten of Wands in reverse. And the Five of Cups in reverse. So, okay, what I'm getting from this, when I first saw this card, I got it immediately that this is kind of about authenticity. What is shifting in your reality currently is that you're being called to step into this place of higher authenticity. And I'm saying that because I'm seeing this Five of Cups in reverse. I'm seeing this Five of Cups as, you know, that feeling of being misunderstood, feeling of like, you know how he's looking down here in this card, and he's looking down like, oh, why would I even show my true colors? Why would I even show myself to anybody? Nobody will ever see me. But what he doesn't see is this bird in the background who, you know, maybe is capable of seeing it. So it's calling you to step out of that energy of in which you have already given up on the possibility that, you know, nobody will ever really see you or understand you, and it's calling you to be a little braver in that sense of, you know, just doing what's authentic, what's real for you, saying what you really think, showing yourself. I'm again saying use your own discernment, like when you feel, I mean, you should choose with whom to share, how much, but this is just calling you to start that practice a little bit more, or to take a risk in showing some parts of yourself to the people whom you kind of feel comfortable with, who you think there is a potential of them understanding you. Because we have here this Ten of Wands in reverse, and it is basically like giving up on this despair, basically, like transforming this despair energy of being misunderstood and, you know, whatever, and actually taking some steps towards your authenticity and, you know, finding some understanding. I mean, you won't find it in everybody, but you will. And even if you don't, you will feel better when you're telling the truth, to whatever extent you're saying it, instead of pretending to, you know, be something, you know, hiding yourself so, you know, other people wouldn't really see you. This is basically saying that it would bring you it will bring you more freedom, because this card Ten of Wands talks about burdens. So in this instance, that burden that you was carrying because of this energy of despair and, you know, not feeling like you can be your true self. Like when you start stepping more into your true self, you will feel much less burdened. You will feel relief. You will feel, So that's the shift that's happening for you at this moment in time. So let's see, from this universe has your back deck, what is your best guidance for this shift, for this situation? Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I'm lost. So I think this is a beautiful card to get for this group, because it is telling you, like, to tap into that self-love, to tap into that feeling of compassion towards yourself and towards everything as much as you can, and then in conversations you will know what to say. When I'm ready to speak up, it will give you the words. Maybe you think sometimes like, I could explain this about myself, but it's too complicated, they probably won't get it. Like, have some faith that things can work out, and have some compassion for yourself if they don't. But anyway, you trying to step it into that energy more, you being that more, is what will create, so much relief in your life. And then you will have much more energy to do everything more smoothly and with more energy, you see, and the power I need when I'm lost. I mean, I am getting a little bit of shame in this pile, like, probably shame could be something that is blocking you, but slowly, as you start to accept yourself and start showing bit and bit of yourself, you'll figure out a way to do it. You'll figure out a way to navigate this authenticity, to bring yourself in that space of relief. So that's what I have for this pile. I think you got a really beautiful message here in the end. Couldn't be more perfect from this deck. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated, that you got some clarity out of it. And I will be moving on to the second group now. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye. So group number 2, let's see what is currently shifting in your life. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, I will first pull clarifying cards to see what is it further about, and then I will be reading it. So can I get one or two clarifying cards about this situation? Okay, let's see what we got. Actually, this one wants to be kept like this. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter actually which side it's rolled on in this instance, because I'm getting it. But so we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So what is shifting currently in your life? I'm feeling like that what is shifting is relationships. And actually, some kind of codependency, but not in that sense of like extreme neediness or something, but just like what is shifting with this Two of Cups in reverse, I'm feeling like relationships that are no longer serving you might be starting to fall off slowly. I'm sorry guys, I had to free up some space on my phone first. So what was I saying is, so these relationships, or a relationship, maybe it can be different for whoever is watching this reading, for each person, but like relationships that are no longer fair in some instance, or maybe that were never fair, because you see here these people are giving their cup to each other, and in this instance, like, relationships that are not really fair in that sense, not really equal give and take, are gonna start falling off. And maybe reasons you got into these relationships or whatever, whether this is a friendship or a partnership or whatever type of relationship that, no longer serves you in your life, you're being called, what is shifting is you're being called to step into your independence, because this is like you see a flower blooming on its own. Again, I'm saying it's not that you don't need other people. We all need connections. We need other people, but we don't need people who will take away from us instead of, we need people who will build us up in a sense. And if they're not building you up, if they're not, being understanding towards you and, appreciating you, then, you don't need them. It's not serving you and it's not serving them either to, be in that being in that connection, even if they might think that it is serving them. So you're being called to, stick to your own beliefs, stick to, because, there might be some disagreements in these relationships or whatever, like different beliefs, different things, and, whatever here is happening, somebody here is putting you down a little bit in one way or another, and you're being called to, this is me, this is what I'm about, and, I'm not gonna, compromise to please you if you're not showing me enough understanding, and if you're being called to step into your own beliefs, your own self-assuredness, you being the one to validate yourself instead of seeking it externally. And this Knight of Cups talks about, in this instance, I'm seeing it really as something, you see, like this feather that is not even connected to anywhere. It's in reverse, because like this relationship was never really deep from the start, because I feel like this is something that has potential in a way, but again, it's like, or this could be multiple people, it will depend on who you are, but this is just showing that it never had a foundation to begin with. Like, it didn't have anything to begin with, it's just like lying here in the air. So, although it may be meaningful and valuable in terms of lessons in this life, in terms of how it showed you to yourself, moving on in this Nine of Coins energy, this won't be satisfying you anymore. This type of relationship that is not really, because this is a Knight of Cups in reverse, like it's no longer enough. Like, yeah, it's nice, it has some potential, it definitely, you guys definitely, if you are in each other's lives, whoever you are as friends, you have some vibe going on, and it's just, they mean something to you and you mean something to them, but it's no longer compatible. It's no longer simply, sometimes we have to let something go so something more suitable for us will come along, and the same goes for this person. Something that is more suitable to them will come as well. So I hope that made sense to you. I'm gonna pull an advice card from this deck. So what is your best guidance? What is your best guidance for this group? How to navigate this energy? Okay, you got two cards. You got, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Okay, so first thing I'm getting here is like, for some of you, that there could be some, I don't want to say arguments here, but disagreements or whatever, misunderstandings, and maybe you don't want to leave this relationship because you think that it'll make you a bad person or whatever, but it says, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So, if you have any resentment or bad feelings towards this person we're talking about here, you're being called to understand that whatever, like if you're angry with this person, which is not a issue, it's not an issue if you're angry. I mean, all emotions are valid. But what that is showing you is that you feel judged by them, and you feel that some things that they think about you might be true, that are bad. So when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So you're being called to release this person from your life lovingly and understand that there's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing bad about you, it's just their perspective, which they totally have a right to have, you know? But you don't have to accept it. You can see yourself, of course, use your discernment, but you will know if something is true about you or not. You will feel it. And it's calling you to work on those doubts, you know? Okay, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So, you know, if this friendship or this relationship, whatever type of a connection this is, if it's starting to fall off, and you see even these two circles here are merging, but I feel like they're kind of going away, and this new moon here is kind of new beginning in separate ways. I feel like if, and it's all colored in blue and truth. Um, I feel like what this means is if if you guys are drifting apart and you're like wondering, is this the right thing to do? Like you're just inserting more and more doubt into yourself. Like just let it unfold naturally. Trust that whatever is happening within this connection, but also within your life, is for your highest good in one way or another. And try to see how that is true. Because sometimes we don't know right away. We don't know right away why things are happening, but you know, you will feel much better day to day, on day to day basis, if you find ways to realign with your faith and realign with the belief that, you know, whatever is happening because it's supposed to happen like that. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't have free will or control over what is happening, but if something is happening organically and naturally, I mean, you can force it, you can force these two circles to merge, you can try it, but you know, ultimately it won't lead you to fulfillment if your natural instinct is to move away from this connection. So that's what I have for you, pile number two. This was interesting. I hope it resonated with you and that you got something out of it. And thank you for watching. Bye. I'll be moving on to the pile number three now. So pile number three, actually card number three. Let's see what you got. So what is shifting in your life currently? What change is occurring? Five of Swords. Okay, so let's get two clarifying cards first before I get into the reading. So can I get one or two cards clarifying this Five of Swords? What is this Five of Swords about in regards to energy that is shifting here? Okay. So we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Coins. Let me just see. Six of Coins in reverse. Let me just take a look at it for a moment. This has some similarities to the last group, I'm gonna be honest, but I feel like this group is more about, like this Five of Swords in reverse, I'm seeing it currently as like picking your battles in a way, but also stop trying to make something work that doesn't work. In the last pile, I mean, if this is about people in your life, you might have been drawn to the second pile as well, a little bit, but this group is more about situations, like, you know, you're looking at the situation that didn't work out and you're preserving your energy to use it on something that actually is, I don't want to say worth investing in, but that is, you know, right thing for you to invest in, like right direction for you and in your life. That's what I'm getting here. So this could be relationships, but I'm also feeling this more, I'm getting a stronger vibe here that this is about a situation for you. But again, that situation could be, you know, a relationship dynamic that you're in, but because there is a person here, but still I'm feeling it really more as a, you know, some type of a situation that you're willing to move on to, because we have here the Six of Swords, and that is moving into healing, moving into calmer waters, simply, purifying, being also, because swords are mental energy, also being like at peace in your head, like making a decision on, what is the best for you and letting that decision affect your life. Like this doesn't work anymore. I'm ready to move on. Like I'm looking at this situation, I'm understanding it, I'm understanding why I was here, and I'm saving my energy for something else, basically. I'm moving into something else. And with the Six of Coins in reverse, Six of Coins represents usually equal give and take, giving, receiving, stuff like that. And it is basically physical, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, I'm an intuitive reader, I don't read cards usually. Only when I feel guided to, I read the actual tarot meaning, but it's a very intuitive process for me. So with the Six of Coins in reverse, I feel like you're being called to heal from situations which are not giving you back as much as you're putting into them. Like you're putting your energy so much in one situation and it's simply not giving you that back. I mean, you're wanting, obviously, to get something out of that situation. You're investing your energy into something. So this could be a project, a job, whatever you're doing, whatever the situation may be. It will be different for each and every one of you who will end up watching this, but it's just like cutting your losses in a sense. Like, okay, this doesn't work out anymore. I've tried putting my energy into this. I've tried in a lot of ways to make it work, and it simply is not giving me. I'm putting so much into this, and the situation is just not ending up being as satisfying. So, it would be more healing for you to kind of let that situation go and find something else where you can put your energy into. And, purify your mind from that constant overthinking you have here. Five of Swords, Six of Swords. So let's see from this deck, what is the best guidance for this group? What is the best guidance for this group? The best advice on how to navigate this energy. Can I get just one card? Or two if they want to come out. What is the best guidance for this group? How to navigate this shift. How to navigate this shift. Okay. Let's see what we have. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Okay, I feel like for some of you, you might be afraid to leave this situation because, I don't know if this is a job or something, that's not an easy thing to leave if you don't really have an alternative. Or, if it's a relationship, if it's whatever this is for you, even if it's not an equal give and take, you're still kind of getting something out of this relationship. Like how we sometimes stay in relationships or situations that are dissatisfying, even if we know that they are not fulfilling us, just because we know what it is. Like we know what we will get out of it. We would rather have something that we know what we will get out of it than, completely throw ourselves into something unknown. But here it is telling you that, like, when you give that love to yourself, I mean, this doesn't have to be rushed, whatever the shift is, but it's calling you into becoming aware of what's working for you or not. That's more what I'm getting, because these are swords, these are not pentacles, this is mental energy for now. To make that decision, because, he's still looking at this person here, so he's contemplating here. Like, is this satisfying to me? I better save some energy to put somewhere else. He's not yet looking in the other direction at what he might do instead, but, it always starts in the head. It always starts with us accepting and admitting to ourselves our truth. So it says the presence of love will always cast out fear. Like, once you admit that to yourself and you understand that you deserve to be fulfilled, that fear will slowly dim out and solutions will present themselves to you. So this is what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope this resonated for you somehow. I hope that you got some clarity out of it. And that will be all for your pile. So thank you for watching. Bye! Pile number 4. Let's see, what do we have for you? What is currently shifting in your life, or what is being... 5 of Wands. Okay. I will pull 2 clarifying cards first before I get into the reading. So, can I get 1 or 2 cards clarifying this energy? 5 of Wands when it comes to the shift for the group number 4. Okay. 3 of Wands. And 1 more, Spirit, please. Death, okay. So let me just take a moment to look at this. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, with this 5 of Wands, what is shifting in your life currently? You see how this chicken here is just like doing something? I guess eating something, but you know, it's not even on the grass, it's like here where there's nothing. So, and it's completely ignoring this situation here, this, you know, competition here, whatever this is. And I feel like what is shifting for you is that moment when you look away from, you know, your internal struggle, and you're simply, you know, just waiting for something to resolve itself on its own. Because 3 of Wands represents, you know, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for a resolution, patience, you know, but simply by being patient here, this chicken is not really resolving this conflict. But I feel, because it is a small animal here, you feel like this, whatever is going on internally, I mean, it could be happening externally as well, but it is always a mirror of what's going on within you if you have external conflict with people or with whatever. But it feels like powerless in regards to this, so it's just, you know, being here kind of unsatisfied a little bit, but, you know, hoping that these people will stop fighting at some point so it can move on to the grass or whatever. I'm just telling you how I'm intuitively seeing this, so I don't know if this makes sense to you. It's kind of a weird message, but with this death card, I'm getting that it's time to transform that. It's time to transform that energy of, you know, patience is a good thing, but in this instance there is some work that needs to be done, and you need to shift from that energy of just, you know, waiting for something to shift, to actually taking action on shifting, you know, making peace within these internal energies or whatever this is in your life. Let me see, do I see something else here? Okay, let's see. Can we get some guidance for this last group? Can we get some guidance here? Can we get 1 more card here just to see? Okay. Let's see. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. I feel like this is a message for you to understand, like, certainty and faith in this instance is that looking at this won't make it worse. Like, looking at these problems inside of you won't make it worse. It can only make it better. I've heard that metaphor, like, you know, shining a light in a dark basement. It won't make it darker. So this is just, you know, it will allow you to have this transformation if you, you know, truly look at what's going on. So this is your best guidance on navigating this energy, and that's all I have for this group. So hope it resonated. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you another time, guys. Bye.